And welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass. Last time we continued through the Temple of Ice, and now we're actually at the boss. Gleeok, two-headed dragon. Now the mask design reminds me a little bit of the Hourglass, or whatever it's called in Windbreaker. Basically what you do is... I mean, okay, actually that makes sense, because of in, what was it? Link to the Past, where the fight kind of functions similarly to this? There's a fight in another Zelda that works like this, where you have to basically deflect one into the, you have one head that's weak, and another head that's not weak to it, and I think it might be, it's not Hourglass, is it? I don't remember what it's called. By the way, that hurts you. You're supposed to get up onto the pillars. Like that. But that can still hurt you, so I think you're supposed to make a tightrope whilst posturing, and then just sort of chill up here until the coast is clear. Literally and figuratively. Which one? This one. It's clever because you have to basically use the physics of it to sort of manipulate it and bounce it. It's also kind of like the fight with Kome and Kotake from Ocarina of Time, where you have to also bounce projectiles. There's actually platforms over there, I just realized. I should probably be focusing instead of looking at the scenery. Yeah, there is stuff over there, but it doesn't look like... yeah, there are like any items. Let's try to do this better this time. So yeah, we dodged that. Okay, I'm not sure how this dodging is supposed to work. Maybe you're supposed to break them. Yeah, you're supposed to actually break them, okay. I was trying to do a spin attack, but I was just rolling, in case you were wondering why I was rolling into things like that. Which head? Okay, this is new. So now we only have two to work with. So this is where things get a little bit harder. Oh, I remember how to do this now. You're not supposed to grapple onto the tongue. What you're supposed to do is actually grapple the post to the tongue and slash away at it. I forgot that that's actually what you're supposed to do. Dodge that. And then stick it to him. I'm not sure if 5 is good against this dragon. That's worth a shot. It just does double damage, I think. Once more, just jump up during this phase, dodge that initial wave, then you can drop down, and what you're actually supposed to do is break the ice. You can only break the smaller ones, it feels like. Yep, only the smaller ones. I cannot pick up this heart. What the heck was going on with that heart? Okay, so he's gonna do that attack twice, but he can't reach you if you stand on the back, so it's actually pretty easy once you get the hang of it. Now that head's down. But yeah, it's a very clever boss fight. It's probably one of my preferred boss fights in the game, actually. Yeah, they start out pretty simple, like the first one, but they get actually pretty elaborate, albeit none of them are difficult, I would say. Except the final boss is a little bit problematic, mostly because of responsiveness rather than actual glitchiness or gameplay issues, but for the most part, boss design is pretty good and makes you kind of figure out the pattern, even if it's pretty easy once you realize the pattern. Cowboy Sand for the Phantom Hourglass. 2 minutes have been added. The usual. Got a heart. Got a bridge. Yeah, I still wonder what this would look like on a 3DS. It'd probably look pretty good. You got a heart container. You increase your life by 1 and refill your hearts. And by that I mean like a remake, like making it for 3DS. I have a feeling it would actually be pretty cool looking, especially if they could implement some kind of more traditional setup for the controls. You got the Azurine. It's 1 metal you need to make the Sacred Sword. Only sword. Yeah, we heard that already. You got the pure metal you were looking for. You did it, Link. Things got pretty wild and woolly on this island, but it's all worth it. Portal behind the shrine, which feels very Breath of the Wild, this whole setup, to be completely honest. Also, the color scheme doesn't help. So right off the... Oh, hi. Looks like you got your hands on the Azurine. Nice going, guy. Yo, guy. Or you, guy. I'm Aru. No, seriously, the real deal. So here's the story. There I was, sipping my stew, when all of a sudden, a crazy Yuke backed me. Maybe it was when you exposed the Yuke who was pretending to be me. That barrier thing that was keeping me locked up dropped and I escaped. So, thanks for that. So now we can actually use the hook shot, grappling hook, in a lot of creative ways. And this basically opens up a lot of side quests that we want to do before going any further. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, there aren't any other islands that are really accessible to us at the moment, and you'd actually be correct in that statement, which means, yes, another run of the Temple of the Ocean King, so we kind of want to stock up for that. I don't think we can get the last heart yet. I don't think we can, at least. And that is a power gem. We can get some rupees and stuff, but that's the important thing. Up there are a ton of rupees, in case you're wondering. You can actually grapple onto treasure chests, so that's how you get across there. Apparently one's like a green rupee, like a big green rupee, so 100. I'm actually trying to remember, and I don't recall there being anything like super important that we need money for anymore. Money's always good in this game for like mini games and buying ship parts, but I don't recall there being anything like super important that we need money for, item-wise, other than, yeah, I think even the Banshee bag, the last one, is from a mini game, I think, not from an actual shop or anything. Well, this looks suspicious, doesn't it? Got a big gold rupee and a special fanfare, which I don't remember ever hearing that before, actually. Couple over here. Isn't there something... I feel like there's something right near the statue, but I'm actually not entirely sure what it is. What do you have to say? Is he? Oh, this is the guy who tells you about the buried thing. Yeah. So yeah, he's the one that tells you about the buried thing. How are you supposed to find out about that if you don't just, remember it? Number 17. I don't know what that is. I'll have to look that up. It's not a ship part because that was an old label. Sands of Hours, that's what SH stands for in this notation. Do you know the old wayfarer who lives on Bannon Island? He's buried something nice in front of his hut. Well, I think we need to go to Bannon Island anyway, so that actually works out pretty conveniently. Now, there's one more thing that I think we can get now in the village. Yeah, there. That treasure. Roll over here. Grab this. There we go. Yeah, another wisdom gem. We are getting so many wisdom gems. We'll be so wise by the end of this. There's not even a post box here. I'm just thinking, woohoo! This is no time to celebrate as if all of our troubles are over. I won't rest until we find those 3 pure metals. Yeah, so, don't really have anywhere else to go at this point. We've pretty much tapped out all the places we can go here. Now, at Hero Island, which is... I'm trying to get, like, the map. Like, this view. No, wait, not... Is it this view? Okay, not this view. But anyway, that island that I was trying to make the little thing pop up on, this one, Hero Island, we can get 2 treasure charts there, but I personally am not going to at the present time because, quite honestly, we can get more treasure charts at Hero Island in the very near future, so I feel like making one trip is more, what's the word? Prudent than just going back and forth. I think to sort of, well, we're not ending off the episode by any means, but to continue the episode, I think we are going to next go to DS Island. Which, again, there was a minigame that we could not actually do yet when we visited the first time, but now it actually opens up. Okay, so I think we drop down. Talk to this guy. A special challenge called the Goron game will be opening here soon, but we are behind in our preparations. Boy, do I need to hire a part-timer. Okay, The game was apparently, according to this guidebook, this game was supposed to open up at this point. Apparently they're also wrong, which again doesn't entirely surprise me considering, again, the company is not the most accurate with their information. I remember using the Super Mario Galaxy 2 guide back when Nintendo Power stopped actually making guides. Okay, I am not going to do the thing I was going to do. I'm going to warp out. It's this one, right? Yeah, I think we're gonna... Where does this go, actually? It's actually the sort of N-shaped one. And I think was the one that I should have used. So yeah, this was the wrong one. That's not what I meant to do. Backwards. If you haven't noticed already, this is actually really picky, so... Oh wait, there is stuff at Melita. Well, we could have done that, but oh well. I guess off to Ban Island, because that's where I'm going. Wow, we can even do stuff at like the Isle of Ember. There's just stuff all over the place that opens up at this point. Kinda nuts, actually, how much is available. Yeah, we're gonna start with this one first. Now, down here, we have this island that's been here the whole time, but we haven't been able to do anything with. That contains a power gem. But, on the other hand, the one Gossip Stone also said something was buried in front of his house. So let's try to figure out where it's buried. Well, that was easy. Now... there's actually more stuff that we can get. If you noticed, there's that northeastern part of the island, which we were not able to do anything with because we didn't have the grappling hook. So now we have the grappling hook, we can actually explore more of Ban Island. Now, I'm not sure what the heck happened with the Goron minigame not opening up. I think we need to get the letter first. Basically, there's a letter that contains a courage gem that the guide said we should have gotten after the, oh, courage gem. After the, what am I trying to say? The, temple, the Goron temple. But it didn't trigger at all, so that was weird. Huh? Got the stone tablet to the side. I got the stone tablet on the right. I guess it's this one on the side. Look at some tablet on the left. If you look closely, something is scribbled here in very small letters. I buried a little something nice between the two. Oh. Okay, that did not work out. Right here. Oh, another treasure map. Okay, so that's all we can do on this island, to my knowledge. That's not what I wanted to do, and especially that. I'm actually really looking forward to going back to games with traditional controls, even though I am enjoying playing this game, and I do really like this game, and think it is actually pretty undervalued in terms of being a pretty good spin-off, other than basically it's some of the controls not being as tight as they should have been, and especially when translating it over to a Wii U, it gets kind of unwieldy. I will fully concede that. But I do feel like the game does get some excess flack that it really shouldn't have gotten, to some extent. What more can we do? Well, that's a good thing to end off on. Uncharted Island, which is the one with the golden frog. There's actually something we can do there. So yeah, other stops on this trip includes the Isle of Ember, Melida, and Spirit Island, which of course we should probably... Actually, we can't upgrade them again, so I was gonna say we should save that for last, but it's really not necessary. And apparently also Goron Island. So if you call the Uncharted Island is the one that was shaped like a whale. Wow, that crow's a jerk. Where was the entrance? I guess it's through here? I think? This doesn't... Well, oh yeah, there is this. I totally forgot this was here, actually. Who needs a little grappling hook pull? We can just go straight to it. And there is another courage gem. I think that's everything on this trip to this island. Wow. We have only scratched the surface of the amount of side quests we can actually do on this particular run, so I guess we will save the next set for later. And then do things like... and maybe try to get the last seed chart. We may not have time for that. We'll see. Actually, actually, no, scratch that. I was thinking about warping, but I was like, no, wait, we should do the other thing first. But in any case, this is all gonna be off-screen stuff, what I'm about to do. I'm gonna try to figure out what is going on with the one side quest at DS Island, and also figure out about that one courage gem. But in any case, thank you for watching, and I hope you join me next time for more The Legend of Zelda: Phantom Hourglass.